Hi there, it's Fred Sweet. Thanks for tuning in to Guitar Media, and welcome to Guitar Media's China Firebird video. We're here today to take a look at this 2024 Made in China Firebird and Tobacco Burst. When we first got this guitar in, the pickups are very microphonic. So we went and got some paraffin wax from the arts and crafts store, and we boiled it in just a regular pan with a mason jar. So we melted the wax in the mason jar. So we actually used the lid from the mason jar and put it under the mason jar in the pan with some boiling water underneath it, melted the wax, and then dipped the pickups in the wax. The middle pickup we took out, and the other two we left in the guitar. So the reason why we removed the middle pickup was to actually get the out of phase sound. And so we removed the cover with a chainsaw sharpener, an electric chainsaw sharpener from Harbor Freight. Once we got the cover off, we tumbled the magnet, and this is what reverses the polarity of the magnet to give you the out of phase sound. Then once we did that, we replaced the cover and resoldered the cover back onto the pickup, and then it was all ready to wax. So when we first got this guitar in, the bridge position on the switch was the bridge pickup and the bridge tone control. The middle position on the switch was the bridge pickup, the middle pickup, and the neck pickup. And so the bridge pickup still had the bridge tone control, and then the middle and the neck had the middle and the neck tone control. And then the neck position was the middle and the neck with the middle and the neck tone control. And we didn't like that, so we rewired the Firebird to what I believe is a seven sound setup. And I have the wiring diagram here. And what this does, in the first position, you get the bridge pickup by itself with the bridge tone control like you normally would. And then in the middle, you actually get 3 volumes with all 3 pickups, and you can blend each pickup in separately with the master tone control, which is the bridge pickup tone control. And then in the neck position, this eliminates the bridge tone control and the bridge pickup, and now it's just the middle and the neck playing, and there is no tone control. You can still blend the middle and the neck volumes in the neck position. So once again, essentially the only thing different from the original wiring and the way we have it wired is now the middle pickup and the neck pickup are not on the same volume pot. We've taken the middle pickup off of the neck volume pot, and we've eliminated the neck tone pot, and we've turned the neck tone pot into what is now the middle pickup volume pot. What this does is allows you to dial in your out of phase sound in the middle position with the neck or the bridge, or the neck and the bridge. So, unfortunately, this guitar has the neck has a slight back bow, and I believe someone actually over-tightened the truss rod before we got it, and it's really not that bad. However, the radius of the fingerboard and the radius of the bridge was not the same, and the saddle height was causing the high E to chatter a little bit. So what we did is we just changed the bridge for actually a vintage bridge that we just happen to have on hand. And the height of the saddles on the vintage bridge was just a little closer to the radius of the neck, and it worked just a little bit better. So some handy tips for tuning and intonation setups. It's great to just take a measuring tape and measure from the nut to the 12th fret and the distance from the 12th fret to the bridge and the saddle on the bridge, and you should be very close to the same measurement there. And if anything, you may want the measurement from the 12th fret to the saddle on the bridge to be just a little more, and this allows for when you pull the string down to the fret to have the same identical tuning at your octave as, you know, the lower octave. And other than that, what we did is we actually used a hacksaw blade, and we sort of filed down the strings at the nut. And what this does is when you play the chords, you're not having to pull the strings quite so far down to the frets. And what this does is actually just takes all your chords out of tune. So if you can get those guys, you know, get your strings close to the fret as you can. Be careful. If you overdo it, it will end up fretting out on you. Weighing in at 9 pounds, 12.6 ounces on my digital scale, this guitar is a little heavy, and the wood selection on this guitar is what looks to be mahogany as far as the body and the neck, and then the top appears to be maple. And so with this wood selection, we noticed the mid-ranges seems to be a little more pronounced with the maple, which is also similar to a Les Paul, if you will. With the pickups, I got 9.8K ohms on the bridge, 9.4K ohms for the middle pickup, and 9.6K ohms for the neck pickup. And I was very happy to see these under 10K, and they sound pretty good to my ears. Also, we have noticed that the uncovered pole pieces, or the exposed pole pieces or adjustable pole pieces, also seem to be a little brighter than the covered pole pieces. The neck pickup, so the middle and the bridge are actually have a yellow wire, and I'm not really sure if there's any indication of a difference there as far as the spacing of the pole pieces. But if my memory serves me, the neck pickup had a red wire and was a different pickup, and even after the waxing is still slightly microphonic in high volume and high gain situations, which is not really an issue because we can easily dial it back, which seems to eliminate the issue. At the beginning of the session, we plugged the guitar straight into the Fender 30 amp. Behind me, the speakers we're playing are the 1969 Jensen C12N with the chrome dome, and that's also the speaker that we're miking. We also play a 1970 square magnet C15N and this 412 loaded with Jensens beside me. Our close microphone at 24 inches is the Sennheiser E835, and the room microphone is the Nady RSM4 ribbon microphone on top of the cabinet. A little later in the session, we plug into the 1971 Marshall BLUESBREAKER, playing it through the Celestion T1217 drivers with the same microphones. A little later in the session, we plug into the 1968 model 1973 mini BLUESBREAKER beside me, and we've actually done a cascade mod on this amp. We also use the RT20 rotary ensemble processor effects pedal and the Worm electro harmonics 24 volt modulation effect. If you'd like to support the channel or see some of our videos ranking higher in the Google and YouTube search engines, please like, comment, and subscribe, as this is absolutely free and the best way to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and check our channel for our latest videos.